What is on top of the deck? What is on top of the deck?
Oh, it's Lightning Helix! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Welcome to
Heroes in a half shell, turtle power.
Hello everyone, and welcome into the show. Welcome on in each and every one of you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That's right. We're welcoming in the big dogs. The turtles themselves. Hello, come in. Have a turtle seat. Get on that shell and just spin around a bit while I tell you a tale of Hunt the Week, your weekly Magic the Gathering podcast of the Arena Gauntlet League that we know, love, and play in. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Series 2, Week 2. Near the end. One more week. We're almost there. But I haven't got to play in this part of it. I'll talk about it forever. I don't love that. But who am I? I'm your host with the most, your Don John DeMarco, your Goku or Go Home, the Pride of Mardu. I am a 7-time top 8er, a 2-time league winner, and one time I got to take a nice little break from not doing the podcast for a week and let Lata run the show. And I got to be the guest. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I actually had a lot of fun doing that. People ask me to be a guest all the time. And much like the people I invite on the show, I feel like everyone feels like they have to earn their spot on. And I feel the same way. I don't want to just come on to just come on. I want to make it a little special. And it was, you know. And it was fun and it was great. And thanks a lot to Lata for everything she's done for the league committee, everything. Well, she's wonderful. She's the best. That was such a great show. She did a great job, and again, she's wonderful. Thank you, Lata. You're so good. Well, it's time. Let's go ahead. Let's get to it. Let's cowabunga.
I made a bunny.
On the half shell, they're the heroes for. In this day and age, who could ask for more?
That's right. This week, as we cowabunga, it's 6 p.m. on Thursday, as I record. And again, Season 2 standings. Number 1, Nick A. Nistar, 8-2. Number 2, Joaquin E. Diabolic Machine, 8-2. Bryce G. Danny Brilliantine, 8-2. Von C. Vocoder, 8-2. Casey A. Andrew Ka, 8-2. Lukas M. Finley, 2K1, 8-2. Caleb G. Why not? 8-2. Mike R. Powerful Falcon, 7-2. And I'll go down one more, and I'll give it to you. Adam S. Wisma, 7-2. Because both you 7-2s can be 8-2. The standings are looking a little similar to the way they did in Series 1. A lot less people. A lot less people on this one, it seems. A lot of people just entropying out. And that's fine. That's fine. But it's still going to be anyone's game, really. I mean, 13-2 will get you in. If anyone that is 8-2 5-0s, they will be going up against my record for pennant. And right now, there are 7 8-2s. They all got a shot. They do have to 5-0, and they do have to play their foot match, but seems doable. I am maybe sweating it a bit. But excited. Excited to see how this whole thing wraps up. Our 5-0s this week: Joaquin E., Diabolic Machine, Bryce G., Danny Brilliantine, and Lucas M. Finley, 2K1. If we scroll down, that is it. That is it. But one more week, and this thing will be wrapped up. Normally, we have, these end and the next leagues begin. We haven't gotten the rules for Strixhaven yet, so I assume that means it doesn't start next week, and it starts the week after. Unless anything crazy happens in the before I release this or after I release this. So we got Turtles, and then maybe we got an off week. I'm not sure. Maybe we got some side events. Maybe the floor is coming back. That's very exciting. March Madness has wrapped up. Congratulations to Spaghetti Mitch, the big pasta man himself. Took home not only the tournament, but also the bracket, because he bet on himself. Look at that. Congratulations to Spaghetti Mitch. Here's the thing. What have I been doing? I can't. Nothing. I've been super bored this week. I don't get to play in the league right now, which I get to play in it next week, upcoming at some point, hopefully a little bit. I guess a lot of people will probably get to 10 matches, so maybe we get to play a ton of games. But those games don't really matter for me. I mean, against certain people it do, but for most of them it's just having fun. But there's no side events going on right now that I'm playing in. And I'm not playing in League, so it's really boring. I really... I don't want to do my feedback yet. I'm still holding off on feedback. But I get it. It's a boo-hoo, Mr. First Place. But man, it's really boring not playing and like watching people play. And it's also like hard to stay involved in things that are going on because I don't really have much to pay attention to. People don't stream games much anymore. Huh? Who misses Miranda? I miss Miranda and the eyes that she would put on stuff and how people would stream and you could watch. Not a lot of streaming going on. And I can tell you because I've been sitting around wanting to watch some stuff. But no, it's boring. Everything's boring right now. Got some, hopefully some stuff's going to be going on soon. It's not boring for you. I mean, you're playing. You're in it. You're still having a good time. And you're looking to have a good week 3. And maybe you're mutating, maybe you're not. I don't know. But I hope you're having a great time. I wish I was having a great time. I had my great time. And of course, we have a song this week from Kevin I. Kani, 1993. Kevin's always making us the great music for the show. This week, he has another banger. It's called I'm Mutating, and it's hot off the presses for the show. Enjoy, and thanks, Kevin.
Crack the pack, saw the glow. Little green drip on the table, starting to flow. I said, hold up, what is that? Turn around once. Now the whole board's gone bad. I opened up a box of Stockman. Thought I had a steady hand. Turn my head for 1 second. Nah, he's something I didn't plan. He was buzzing like a lab rat. Now he's crafting in the sky. Maverick without the wrist on the table. And I still don't know why. Got one eye on my man, I got one hand on my dick. By the time I blink twice, every car's a train wreck. Used to know my battlefield, used to know my lines. Now my 2 drops got 6 lambs, and my tokens all combined. Something dripping from the sewers. Something's crawling through the stack. Every time I try to answer, it comes back wrong and black. I'm mutating, baby. I'm not who I was. Got that neon ooze in my veins. Got the city in a buzz. I'm mutating, baby. From my fingers to my brain. One bad dropping on my whole board. Ain't never gonna stay the same. Ain't never gonna stay the same. My flyer grew a tilting. My goblin learned to clone. My artifact started breathing. Like you built yourself a throne. I had a clean little game plan. Nice curve, nice attack. Then my creature got death touch, haste, and a fungus on his back. Judge looked over at my playmat. Said, son, what did you do? I said, I swear it was a 2-2 before it hit the ooze. Now the lab lights flicker green and the whole pot leans away. Cause the thing that started human wants to mutate twice a day. Something's humming in the deck box. Something's calling from below. Every time I try to stop it, it just learns another mode. I'm mutating, baby. I'm not who I was. Got the neon ooze in my veins. Got the city in a buzz. I'm mutating, baby. From my fingers to my brain. One bad dropping in my whole board. Ain't never gonna stay the same. I got ooze on my sleeves, ooze in my draw, ooze in the rules text nobody saw. Fuse me, bruise me, twist me up, scene, make me half machine and half something green. Started with a token, ended with a king. Now the whole damn table in my mutant anthem sing. I'm mutating, baby. I'm not who I was. Got the neon the same.
Again, Kevin's the best. Thank you for the songs. Thank you for contributing. Thanks for being a part of the show. And my guest this week is no stranger to the Mega Draft. Please join me as we mutate.
The little ones were crawling into a strange glowing ooze from a broken canister nearby, but nothing could have prepared me for what happened next. One of them spoke.
Pizza! Pizza!
That's right, we are mutating this week with Lucas M. Finley 2K1. How many times have they top aided? Let's look it up real quick on the show, on the pod. Not going to edit this out, I promise. Oh no, they're not in line. I need to find their name. That's going to make this harder. I still promise to not edit this out. 5-time top aider. And they've only been around since Duskmorn. They do great. They play good Magic. They're a turtle. They're also a side quest series champ, a committee adjunct, a mentor. They were a squirrel, if that means anything to you, and it should. Yeah, they got to play in Next Generation. I didn't get to play in that one. That's a badge I don't have. And they're looking to get their first league win. They have another great league, as they do. And they just wrapped up the March Madness. That was all them. They did such a great job. It was awesome. Please go ahead and join me in my interview with Lucas now. All right, everyone. Welcome this week as we mutate with none other than Lucas M, a.k.a. Finley 2K1. Welcome to the show, Lucas.
Hey, John. It's great to be on. Thanks for having me.
It's great to have you. It's great to have you again. You've been on before, and here you are, Lucas. I'm always reading your name as somebody who's doing really well, and here you are, top of the list in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 2.
Thank you.
Does that feel pretty good?
That feels really good. I wasn't expecting to be here after losing my first couple of games, and then I just hit a hot streak.
That's amazing, isn't it? Like to see you at 8-2 and to know you started 0-2, it's so cool. Because I feel like so many people in this league are giving up easily. A lot of people aren't playing out their matches. They're either not getting a great starting pool or they're just not feeling it, whatever it is, But Lucas loses the first 2 games, goes on an 8-win streak, currently in first place with great tiebreakers, too, by the way. Take a look at those tiebreakers. They're pretty good. What happened? How'd you go from 0-2 to 8-2?
Well, first of all, I could probably thank you. I know you did something very similar in the first half of the league.
That means you probably opened up some crazy card or crazy cards in one, if not both of those packs, is my guess. That's what happened to me.
Actually, I don't think so. There's very few crazy cards in my deck. I just took a look at it and was sort of wondering how this keeps rattling off wins, but it's just some really good consistency. Started off in Mardu, had a bunch of small creatures trying to sort of nickel and dime every single point I could.
Yeah.
After losing the first 2, I ended up just in straight black-white. And yeah, it has a bunch of small creatures, has combat tricks, has a couple of sneak stuff. Best cards are probably Mighty Mutanimals. Got no Sally Pride this time.
I was about to say, do you have a Sally? You're in white. You gotta have a Sally, right? Like
Mutanimals is almost as good.
Almost. Yeah.
Almost. And then the other rare is the Savanti Romero, is that 5-drop that draws you cards and gains you or loses you life.
Yeah, not gains you life, because that thing it gets scary at a certain point in the game when you're like, okay, there's 4 counters on it. Okay, now there's 5 counters on it. Okay, my life total's getting low.
Hopefully we don't get that far. Hopefully we've won by then. And then it just has some nice life drain and ways to get that last little bits of reach damage in there. So, and it has 3 dual lands, so it's really consistent.
That definitely helps a lot. How are you enjoying Season 2 versus Season 1? Did you have a good time in Season 1? Are you having more fun in Season 2? How are you feeling the difference, or are you not feeling the difference?
Well, I definitely feel like I'm winning more, so that's a nice change. But my deck, I really thought my deck was much better season one. I know a
Yeah.
lot of people probably feel the same with the mutating and decks going all chaosy, but that worked for me. Season one was all right. Started 5-5, started 6-5, I think, and started 6-5, and then won my last four when it didn't matter when I couldn't make top eight.
Bummer. I'm sorry.
So that was a fun one to end on a good run, and I guess we're carrying the good run into the second half of league.
You are. I mean, again, to think you went on a 4 game win streak to end, lose two, you go now you win 8 more. I mean, you mash those records together. That's a pretty dang good record. Uh, wow. Are you mutating? Are you mutating your packs? Have you been mutating? Are you using the tokens? Are you playing offset cards that matter in your deck?
Not that much. I really liked my first two packs. They had no crazy rares, but just a lot of good black and white roller player cards.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about 2/3 of my deck by now is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cards, and then you've got a little bit of removal, you've got a little bit of value creature. It looks mostly like a TMNT deck.
You got a Koya in there? Got any
I
Koyas?
don't have a Koya. I had two of them last time, and I was so excited by that.
That card's
So
so good. I love that card. That might be my favorite card in Ninja Turtles. I love that card. It,
that's a pretty good shout for mine as well. You've got a point there. There's so much you can do with it. You blink your own stuff, you get ETBs, you get rid of tokens, you use it as removal in the end game.
Sometimes you just get rid of something just for one turn because you gotta, like sometimes you just play it on turn three as a 2/1 flyer because it's a 2/1 flyer for three. Like it's evasive. Uh that's that's Melvin. I don't know if that's Melvin, but I'm calling that Melvin because I love that card.
Oh, you're right on with that one.
Well, you're 8-2. I wish you luck. I hope you win 4 more of your games and you lose one. And no offense, Lucas, I just really need that to happen for me. So,
I'm taken.
um, there's a couple people that I have to root for to lose. I hate rooting for people to lose. I don't know how the tiebreak. I guess the tiebreaker is probably OMW. I guess I don't know if there's a tiebreak if we tie. I'm sure there is. Um, but I wish you well. I mean, 2, fantastic start. I don't know if this is going to be I've been following the standings super. I'm not in this one. Lucas is the thing, and it's frustrating for me. And whenever I give my feedback, most of my feedback is, I wish I could play in this, and I don't like that I can't be involved, because it makes me not as involved. So let's check out the standings because I know how it played out in season one, and it was tough. This looks tough too. So what? You got 5 people at 8-2. Um, with 3 more people that could be 8-2. Now in season one, 8-2 went down to like 14 or 15 or something. There was one person who was not 8-2. They were 9-1. Or no, they were 10-0. Parker was 10-0.
Parker was 10-0.
Rip Parker. Hope you come back in this one. I don't know where you are. I don't see your name up top, which means we shouldn't talk about it. Nick Nistar currently on top, actually. Congratulations. You and him are very close in OMW. Nick, I need you to lose a game. So it still looks real tight. It still looks really tight. Yeah, you're going to need to 3-2-4-1-5-0, probably. Do you feel comfortable? Do you feel like you can do it with this deck?
I think so. I mean, I was looking at last time, and it seemed like most of the 11 and 4s made it in. So I was thinking, even after I lost my first couple matches, I'm like, okay, I have two losses to give. I finished off my first week well. I can just, I know it's much easier said than done, but
Yeah.
go 4-1 both weeks, then that might be good enough.
Yeah.
And I already banked a loss.
That's the thing. You've kind of set yourself up to be in a good spot. again, tied for first with 5 other people, and good tiebreak. So it's looking good. We wish you luck as you go on. Uh, but I want to talk to you, Lucas, about this March Madness side event because it's been a huge hit. Like it's been, people love it. Um, you've been doing a great job of keeping it interesting, keeping people invested, giving updates of what's going on, making sure people are playing their matches. Tell me a little bit about where this event came from and how it's going.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I'm really appreciate all the nice things you had to say about it. This was my first real side event that I ran myself, and
You're doing great. It's really great.
thank you. And I feel like I was just building on a bunch of other side events I've used before. So the March Madness, so the background of it for because I know we got plenty of people from outside the United States,
Hmm.
is this big college basketball tournament that's held in March every year. And 64 teams, technically 68, 64 teams are invited and put into this single elimination bracket so that the eventual winner of this bracket needs to win 6 games in a row. And the while watching the games and being a fan of one of the teams is really exciting, what has also come up is that once this bracket is decided, people fill out who they think is going to win each game, and you can see how you stack up, see how well you can predict all of the games, and it turns into this big phenomenon. And I felt like that was something that could translate really well into a side event. So the two big side events that inspired this for me were both by Johnny actually.
Oh, nice.
The in Avatar League, there was the big Bender bracket where everyone could enter their deck into this bracket, also single elimination, very similar, and one person would come out on top, and then also was inspired by Johnny's Fantasy Magic Ball, which was very specifically a very specifically organized event to replicate a fantasy football team. And so is it top down or bottom up that the design is? I think it's
top down.
Yeah, it's top down when you start with the fixings, start with the theming,
Yeah.
and you build out the rules to match that. So that was sort of what this was doing as well. The two issues I really had with Johnny's bidding Bender bracket, not that it were issues, but things I thought could be improved on, were the March Madness bracket has all the teams seeded from 1 to 16 in terms of, oh, you get the teams that did the best during the season, they get a 1 seed. You know that they're favorites in all their matches. Then in each of the four sections, it goes all the way down to a 16 seed who was a long shot to make this tournament and is not favored at all.
Yeah.
And then I also was worried about, okay, half the people in this tournament are going to lose in the first round and be done. And so what? They got their new deck, they got to play a game, they lost, they're out. That's not really fun, is it? Not only for a little bit. So I decided to put in this regular season seeding play where I'll give you a week. You can build your deck. You can try out different deck building, try out different decks, figure out and play up to 5 matches. And so based on how many matches you win, I'll seed you from the highest to the lowest seed. So people will know, oh, this is the favorite. They won a lot of matches. This guy hasn't played much. Should I be cheering for them?
Yeah.
And I think that went over really well. And the final thing I had to figure out was what kind of decks am I giving people? I mean, I figured that sealed would be a good thing. Like you can't do draft. Draft gets way too complicated for a big event like this.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine.
I was thinking, do I just do random chaos cards? Do I lean into the madness and do something with Innistrad? Do I lean into the March, do something with March of the Machine? That didn't go anywhere. And so I just settled on picking the last 10 standard packs that I figured didn't have some crazy amount of synergy. Like I didn't want to throw someone a Lorwyn pack because then if you don't have any elves in your pool, that's just not going to do anything.
Yeah.
So that could be a 60 card deck with 10 packs. But then I had this idea, okay, a basketball team has 5 players on it. And sort of the coach has to decide which of their 5 players are they picking.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, okay, I'm going to give you 10 packs. You can choose any 5 of them to build your deck. This is maybe you can pick the one with this bomb in your colors, but maybe it doesn't have any really good other cards. Your deck's going to be really tough to build. And I figured, yeah, this should be somewhat similar to a 6-pack, 40-card sealed thing to normal retail sealed.
Yeah.
Sealed. Because you get less than 6 packs, but at least you get to pick something about them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that also went over well. Only issue is that it was such a mess on sealed deck. You can't sort by what pack. You'd have to just figure out, oh, this set symbol goes with this set symbol, and these two go together, and how do I decide, oh, this one doesn't belong? That was a bit of a mess, but I think it went over okay.
Yeah, I mean that's a limitation of sealed deck. Like I think we all found ways around it. I know I opened and closed the link I got of my pool like 50 times when I was going through and building my deck. The deck building was super fun. I think it was some of the hardest deck building I've had to do on the server because, like you said, I got packs with good rares. Are those rares in my colors? The rest of that pack's not good. What colors am I playing, and what packs are good for those colors? It was super fun. It was a lot of fun, the deck building. I had a blast, and I loved the choice of packs. I love that you could only pick 5, so like you really had to make and you could only use those packs in sideboarding too. So like really strong decision. How much splashing are you doing? Are you gonna splash? Can you even make splashing work with what you've got? And did you open anything crazy? Because there's a lot of powerful cards in these sets, and people are playing powerful stuff.
Yeah, so the bracket went off pretty well, and then at the same time I said, okay, we got the bracket, we got all the players playing, but who wants to pick some games? Who thinks they're the best predictor here?
Mm-hmm.
So I had anyone could fill out a bracket, pick all of the winners of each of the games, and so that was its own side event running at the same time. So at the moment, we're up to the final 4 players. So the semifinals and the finals, which is actually going to be held tomorrow,
nice.
Wednesday, depending on when this podcast comes out.
In the past, probably, sadly, but we all saw it. We watched it. Huge spectator event.
I'm sure it was.
So who's playing?
All right, let me pull it up here. We've got Evan C. Peas of Crab against Nolan F. Mordor in one semifinal, and
nice.
We've got Mitchell S. Spaghetti Mitch against Nick A. Nistar in the other semifinal.
Dang. What a bunch of powerful league names right there. Fighting it out. And they've all won a free league entry at this point, right? Now they're just battling out for who's the champion.
That's right. There were 4 league entries given to the top 4 finishers, and now whoever wins is going to get a side quest winner badge.
Awesome. Really, really great event. Lukas Finley. Oh boy, it's throwing me off. But no, it was a great event. I'd say I did good in the beginning. I lost my first actual game. I came in as a number 1 seed with a bye. I had fun predicting. I did great in predictions in the first round, did terrible in all the other rounds. But it was super fun, and it had that March Madness feel of like any game can be an upset, but people are doing well predicting it too. So there were people who knew what they were doing. Like I don't know. I can't wait for next year. It sucks I got to wait another year for it because I think it turned out really, really good.
Well, stay tuned. We've got we've got plenty of interest in this sort of thing, so we'll see what's going on.
I
See what's
love
going on
that.
coming up.
I love it. And again, for a first-time side event, really fantastic job.
Thank you.
Let's talk. What's the favorite league you've been in at this point, Lucas? You've been in a lot at this point, right? Have you been in a few?
Yes, about 10, 15, something like that, since Duskborn.
Yeah, which people love and people always say it's one of the best, Duskmore, I hear a lot of that. But what about you, Lucas? What do you think is the best?
I think last time I was on here, I also said Duskborn.
People say it, Adam. Adam, who says people don't say it because it didn't win the voting. People say
Can't believe
Duskmorn
that.
all the time. People say Duskmorn all the time.
But let's see. I can change it up a little. So I do like leagues that have sort of skill or not skill, strategy in outside of the matches, like the dread packs in Duskmorn
Mhm.
or building up your packs in Final Fantasy.
Sure.
But I feel like all the leagues have been so good, and the thing that really adds to them now is like when there's a faction league or a team league, because you get the whole league experience, you get to play your matches, build your pool. That always happens. But now there's your teammates you have to cheer for. And sometimes there's these side events that you have to cheer on your teammates for, or just side events you get to play in.
Yeah, I love
So
those.
yeah.
Did you
So
like
the
the
two that
ships? The ships in EOE?
those are I liked those. They didn't really have the same side event. You
Yeah.
didn't really need to interact so much. I thought those were fine, but they didn't quite hit the same to me. So the two that I really liked were Tarkir Dragonstorm. That was an awesome one.
Yeah.
And then I think getting the nod over it because I didn't do all that well in Tarkir was Avatar League.
Yeah.
It was the faction bit was small, but there was those side events the first 4 weeks. You got to cheer on your teammates. There was the big bender bracket. There was a lot of fun stuff going on there. And then I think the people say good things and bad things about the team portion of the league at the end. It really worked for me. My team did really well. We made it to the finals.
Awesome.
Um, so I think Avatar League, both based off of personal performance and just how much fun stuff was going on, would be my favorite.
I loved the side events in Avatar League. I thought they were so good and so great. And it was so cool how it was every player of the year and they designed the rules for each week. So cool. Like Richard gave us the lessons and the learn for the lessons. Zach made us only play with the Avatar card. Oh, it was just so well done. I really liked how everyone got to add their little bit of spice to like each week. So cool. Well, I know what you like about League and about the Arena Gauntlet League, the AGL. But what's one thing that you would change? You've seen a lot of leagues. You've seen things work. You've seen things not work. You know what you like. What would you change about the AGL, Lucas?
This is so hard because I feel like everything works together so well. And then there's always people coming up with new stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's the side events. The floor was awesome. The floor's coming back. I just played in the Golden Sealed side event. That was a really
Yeah.
fun one. We had an achievements tab put together recently. That's super cool.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say I think the thing I don't know what I'd change about the league as a whole, but it was just I think the really cool thing was like, oh, I thought, oh, this is a March Madness idea I have. I can bring this to the league. Like this is a side event I could run, and it went over well. So I'm just saying, whoever's listening to this, whoever has their own idea, just go for it. It's if you think it's a good fit for league, I think it'll go over great, and just go for it.
That's what I'm always saying. If you want to do an event, or if the events aren't like what you like, put on the thing that you like. Just do it. People will come. People want to play Magic so bad here. That's all they want to do. That's all anybody wants to do is play Magic. Okay. and no one wants to play Ninja Turtles. So now's a great time to do a side event. Everyone's dying for something, you know? And in a couple weeks, when Strixhaven's out, and then Strixhaven gets born after like 1 week or 2 weeks because we all jam out like crazy, it'll be time to do another fun side event and do your thing. People want to play in it, no matter what it is, no matter how weird, wacky, or even like just straight, hey, we're playing Final Fantasy pack sealed. Sure, I'm sure people would love it. You know, like we're here for it. We want to play.
Exactly. Go for it.
I mean, look how great Lukas did. It's going great. People love it. It's going to be one of the best side events of the year. Again, this March Madness thing, super fun. Because not only do you play in it, but you get to guess and do the bracket. You get two things to look at. Two for the price of one. Yeah, I'm watching my bracket picks, and I'm watching me lose. I'm watching me lose in the first round. But hey, it happens. Are you ready for your league questions, Lukas?
All right, let's do them.
We got some good ones. Parker V, Major Maniac, would love to know, what is your strategy for picking a traditional March Madness bracket, and how cooked is your bracket this year?
My strategy this year specifically was remember to make a bracket about an hour or an hour and a half before the first matches.
Nice, nice.
Run through the ESPN website, see, oh, this team is favored. I really like how they have like the stats for each matchup. It tells you where they're ranked or how many points they score per match, who they've played against. So I just run through that. Usually pick the favorite. If it's close, sometimes I'll pick the upset pick. This year I happened to picked Duke to go out early, who was the overall favorite.
Nice.
I don't know why. Maybe they had some injuries, something like that. They made it farther than I thought, but they did get knocked out, so that worked for my bracket. I ended up with 3 out of the final 4 teams, actually.
Nice.
Was really good, and then I still had my overall champion alive at that point, and then all my teams lost at that point. So we got really close, and then my bracket got cooked.
It happens. It happens to it happens to almost everybody. You know, it's so hard to do a good bracket. You know, it's what is it, like 20 million to 1 to even like get a perfect. You can do brackets like all from now for like the next couple hundred years until you can even expect to get like an all right bracket or something. Like the stats on it are crazy.
They are. That was maybe why I got into it. I was in a math class back in middle school, and we went over this this calculation about how rare it is to get the perfect bracket.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that motivated me, and that got me into it.
I like it, and I'm not doing it justice. Someone look up the math; it's crazy. They offer $1 million every year for someone that can do it. No one's ever done it.
No one's ever done it.
Yeah. It's even like $20,000 to like do it without the first round, and that's never even been done. So like, it's a hard thing to do, everybody. You know. Our next question is from Kevin I, Canadian 1993. Great question. You are tasked with seeding the All-Star Artifact bracket. Which artifact gets the number 1 seed?
I feel like there can only be one artifact in Magic that just represents Magic as a whole. I mean, you can't go without Black Lotus. That is the be all, the epitome, the most valuable card, the everything.
I like it.
You can't go against that. But because a bracket tends to have 4 number 1 seeds, I'm trying to figure out what other categories there might be.
I love it.
We've got just in general artifact subtypes. We've got equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Got to have that. The two equipment I can think of that are the craziest are Umezawa's Jite,
yeah,
and Skull Clamp's got to be the other one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I just hear Jite all the time, like that. I haven't been playing for anywhere near that long, but that feels like the shoe in there.
I like it.
Another category is going to be we've got vehicles.
Yep.
Think the big one there has to be Smuggler's Copter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the one. Did it get banned in standard?
Yep.
I wasn't around back then,
Yep.
but
I believe so. I believe it was a banning for Smuggler's Copter.
got that in my Final Fantasy Zombie League,
Oh, nice.
and that was insane. I think I went even better than you. I think I went 13-1 to start that league.
Oh my god.
It's a insane
Bring
pool.
back zombie leagues. Bring back
Zombie League
zombie
was
leagues.
great.
Please.
And then yeah. And then my the last one, the last category out of four, didn't really have a category, but the big artifact I remember from the last few years has to be the One Ring from Lord of the Rings. I mean, just the craze over that one of one card that went for over $1 million and is just a really strong card too. It didn't really fit into the other categories, but I feel like it's got to be on there.
I
So
love it.
those are my four: Black Lotus, Umezawa's Jute, Smuggler's Copter, and the One Ring.
All right. Now, this is what I propose. And I don't know how this happens, but I'm an ideas man. Someone, somehow, some way, fill out the rest of that bracket. I want to see the All-Star Artifact bracket. We gave you the categories, we gave you the number ones. And then as a league, every day you vote. We vote on one. We pick the number one artifact. We do it. Someone help us do it, because I don't have the time. I'm working on the podcast, and Lucas is doing the March Madness thing. So unless Lucas wants to tackle it, then tackle it. But that's my idea. Someone just do it for me. That's my idea. Okay, thank you.
That sounds like a blast. Someone do it.
I mean, I'm already thinking Skyship Sovereign's in the vehicle somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one. Our next question is from Zach H. Haxalt. What has been Lucas's favorite 3 side events to play in? Top 3.
All right, so I've got a couple of honorable mentions. I don't really want to put my own side event in the top 3, but I've had a blast doing it, playing it, designing it, so that's going to get mentioned. Another honorable mention is going to go to the Golden Seal that just came out, or just played about a month ago. That was from Stephen L.
Yeah, that's great.
We've always been talking about, what if we had a league with only gold and mythic, only rare and mythic cards? And they went ahead and put together a side event, and it was just really, really cool to play, really interesting to think about how it's going to be different. So that was a blast.
There was no removal and no fixing. At least that was my pool.
Yeah, and then my pool had no 2-drops and 1-drops, so I'm trying to figure out how do I make this happen?
Yeah.
I'm looking at all these other pools that have good curves and on-color stuff, and
super fun. Yeah, it was
super fun. All right, but I got to get to my 3. Number 3, fittingly, is going to be Nick A's 3-card blind, which actually originated as one of the side events in Tarkir Dragonstorm. But the idea was that it was in Edge of Eternity's League. You pick 3 cards from the set, and then everyone else picks 3 cards from the set. You do it on your own. You can pick the same cards as someone else, but then you get to play against them. It's an omniscient style thing that you can play cards whenever, as if you have at least as if they're free to cast, and you figure out who would win. Like, can you outrace the other team with yours? Do they destroy your stuff, wipe your board, and then win? And there's no real playing the game going on. It's just theory crafting, figuring out who would win the game with perfect information.
Yeah, that was, you know what? I forgot all about that one. That was I'm bad at it. That's why. But that was a super cool, super fun one to see that play out and see people theorize and they're like, this is the best. Yeah, but then this one beats that one. So then is this one the best? And then it was like the rock, paper, scissors of what are you playing around? Super cool idea.
Yeah, there's the rock, paper, scissors, but then there's this niche interaction that beats this one but doesn't lose to this one. It was I did a lot of thinking for that one, but it was a blast. Number 2 on the list is going to be Fantasy Magic Ball. I already talked about it from Johnny.
Yeah, great one.
That was just super fun. You got to draft your packs of cards, and then you had to build your deck with a certain format, a certain number of creatures, a certain number of artifacts, enchantments, which sort of mirror how a fantasy football team is allowed one quarterback and two or three receivers, two or three running backs. You can't just make a deck with whatever cards you want. You have to get the ones you want. And that was just a really cool top-down design.
Yeah.
It's a blast to play. I know you were in it.
Yeah, the cards go on bye each week, so you have to be really wary of like the starting letters of your cards is really important. If you get to a bad week, you're like, man, I'm playing all my good cards are on bye this week, so like, oh, I'm not expecting to do too well. It's super fun. It's a great event.
Then my number one side event has to be last year, the Miranda's Mega Draft of Madness.
Oh yeah.
Or the second time running through that Evan C was running, which was just throw up a Mega Draft every week, going back through the last 16 sets, leagues. Just it's like you got to do the Mega Draft that the top 8 or top 16 players got to do, and just do it week after week, see how that goes. That was just really fun to do, and got me into figuring out how to do one of these mega drafts.
And it's great practice. It's great practice for the mega drafts. It really is. And you get to play all the fun, different, cool things they do. It's awesome. And that was a great event, Evan. And whoever won that event, oh, man, they must be really good at Magic. Must be really good.
Oh yeah.
We got a couple questions. We got to go a little fast on these last three, okay, Lucas? Just because we only got 3 minutes left till we're out of time.
Okay.
Our next question is from Buster S. Hugester. What is the next side event that you're planning?
Well, I had a couple of people mention to me that speaking of March Madness, basketball championship, we've got some more sports things coming up, which is the Stanley Cup playoffs in hockey. That's coming up soon. And then over the summer, we've got the World Cup. And both of those have their own unique tournament formats, and seems like there might be some people interested in running one of those, helping me run one of those. We'll see what happens.
That's all. We're going to turn all sport championships into leagues. Watch out, Lata, where they're doing it. Nick A. Neestar would love to know, who's Finley?
Finley, in my name, Finley 2K1 was the name of my childhood dog.
Aww.
And it is nice that I get to remember him by. I feel like it would be cool to have a newer name, like one that I thought of that was cool, but I don't mind having that to stick around and remind me.
I love it. That's wonderful. Our last question from Evan C. Peas of Crab. Is there a particular Strixhaven college that excites you?
It would have to be Quandrix. I was always into the math stuff, and nothing else really seems to fit for me. So pretty simple answer, but I'll go with that one.
I like that. And for John, are you loyal Lorehold, or do you think you'd be interested in switching majors? I have never really cared much for Lorehold, in all honesty, because I was never much of a Boros player. But I always get put in the Mardu clans. I was a Riveteer. I was Lorehold. I was White Lotus. They weren't really a thing. I was in Tarkir. I was the Mardu. So it's been really fitting for me to stay in Mardu. But I would love to be Prismari or Witherbloom. That's really more my style as a player and as a person. Lucas, thank you so much for coming on the show. Thank you for everything you do in the league, the March Madness side event. Going 8-2 after starting 0-2. Fantastic, phenomenal. Good luck the rest of the way in Turtles. And again, thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure to be on, and I wish you good luck as well, except if you come up against me next week.
I love it. I love it. Oh, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you too, Lucas. Good luck out there.
Thank you.
Lucas is so cool. Lukas has been on the show before. And again, I can't say enough good things about the March Madness side event. The deck building was really cool. The event itself was great. The fact that you had a side thing that you could kind of do at the same time was great. A lot of angles to shoot at for this thing, and I think they all worked. Hit it out of the park. Or, if we're talking basketball, Lukas slammed it into the net. Thanks for coming on the show, Lukas. I appreciate it. Is there anything else going on? That's the thing. I'm so bored. But nothing's going on in League. I'm playing a lot of Magic. I'll tell you right now, Foundations drafts are up, and they are soft. I am destroying people in Foundations drafts. Get in those Foundation drafts. I think Modern Horizons 2 is out. I know people are loving Slay the Spire 2. Yeah, I don't know. Get a new side event going. The last side event quest announcement was 3/28/26, and that's that some of the side events were going to be on hiatus. The last side event posted was March Madness, which has wrapped up. And that was posted 3/15. Oh, it's almost a month ago. Bring back side events. Bring back Zombie League. Until next time, I hope you get to keep a good 7. These decks they seem fun. It looks like good Magic. I'm enjoying watching Richard's feature matches. The chaosiness of it all. And I hope the shuffler's in your favor, because there's some fun stuff out there. There is some fun, scary stuff. It's not all turtles, okay? It's not all pizza this time. This time, there's some weird wackiness going on, and it's hard to be prepared for what these cards can mutate into. You never know what's going to show up. And we'll see everybody here next week on the podcast. Until then, I guess this is Go Home.
Do you want some, mate? I'll give it you. You want some? You want some, do you?